guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to opening day on Season 2 of the Seattle Mariners, and today we are going to be hosting the Cleveland Indians on opening day, but there is so much stuff to catch you up on. Spring training has been ridiculous. We have had so much ins and outs and happenings. I thought about doing some sort of like creative intro, and I just thought, no, there's too much, let's just get straight to it. Now we'll get to how spring training went on field in just a second, but let's start with the bad news. The bad news is we have two injuries. Will Smith is out a further 6 to 7 weeks, and he's of course our closer. So that's not ideal. And the other injury, we've got 2 months to who was supposed to be our clubhouse leader, natural on and off field leader. Jason Castro's gone for 2 months though. So that is a minor problem as things turn out, but not a nice one to have. Now, let's start getting to some of what I think are good things. Let's go and have a look at the Tacoma Rainers here and see a bunch of players that I have bought in on minor league contract deals. First up is Tyler Flowers. Now, he played 100 games for the Braves last year, a catcher, really good defensive catcher. So he's going to be sort of a backup for us in that position. So Tyler Flowers came in on a minor league deal. Other players on minor league deals, Logan Morrison, a first baseman. Again, at Miami last year, played over 100 games. He's sort of our second or third choice first baseman right now. Excellent stuff to have him there, again, on a minor league contract. Other guys that came in, Yevgeny, or however you say that, Soltari, a third baseman, potentially a second baseman, a really, really good player. Minor league contract, started 144 games last season for the Texas Rangers. Got him on a minor league contract. Again, I think that's really, really good. Who else did we get in here? We got in De La Fuente, of course, the shortstop that we were looking at, instead of getting Galvis. He ended up we got him anyway, minor league contract. So perfect deal, that one for us. Also, we have Adam Duvall, a left fielder. It was at Atlanta last year. Only started 9 games, but again, a minor league deal, and I think he's a useful player for us. So that is good stuff. And Jared Dyson, a defensive gem of a center fielder. Doesn't mind a stolen base either. He started 42 games last season for the San Francisco Giants, and we've got him on a minor league deal as well. So I'm really, really happy with that. Now, other players that have been dropped down to AAA for this year, JP Crawford is going to start in AAA. Ridiculously harsh on him, but it's just kind of the way things worked out to start with, and I'll get to why in just a second. And the other one that's dropped down, Shed Long, has dropped down, which is a little bit harsh on him as well, but he's not really the finished product yet. But if we go and have a look at pitching, the big one, I think, is Zach Birdie, who this offseason, his control, and it's not just the new scouting director that thinks so, his control has just completely gone off the rails. I don't understand what's happened to him, so we'll drop him down and just kind of see how he goes. I don't know what's happened to Birdie, but anyway, that's kind of the problem. And of course, the other guy that was a mainstay last year was Hirano. Really did really well last year, ERA of under 3, but he's 36 now, and he's just started to fade away a little bit, so he's down there in AAA as well. Now, let's get to, we do have some players that are on waivers right now, so let's go and have a look at those guys. The only one here I really don't want to lose is Mac Williamson, but Flexen, Garton, Lecce, D. Gordon, Mac Williamson is the one I don't particularly want to lose, and Jay Bruce, who I don't particularly want to lose him, but he's on some money, and I don't think he's going to play, he's not in our first choice sort of 24, so I think he does need to leave. D. Gordon was good for us last year, but yeah, I'd be happy to get him out as well, especially on the $13.5 million. So that's that. Now, let's go and have a look. There have been some trades done, and I'm pretty proud of myself here. Let's go and have a look at these trades. So the first trade, we gave up Ariel Sandoval, a decent enough left field prospect, but I don't think he was ever going to be anything particularly special. And in return, we got Tyler B. Johnson, a really, really good, I think, relief pitcher here for us. He's basically the new Birdie for this season. Potentially could get even better. Controls the problem there, isn't it? If movement can continue, if he can get that movement up to that level, then he's going to be an absolute star for us. He was only in double A baseball for them last season. I don't understand why he's coming straight into our major league team, into the bullpen, and we'll see how he does. Now, the next trade, it's a big one. We gave up 2 players. We gave up Juan Guerrero, who, of course, we signed this guy as a free agent at the sort of just this season just gone, but we've given him up, and we've also given up Oris Castillo. Now, we signed, was this the guy who was minor league contracts? I can't remember whether if this was a international amateur free agent that we signed, or if it was a scouting discovery, but he's potentially a decent enough shortstop, second baseman, or anywhere in the infield, really. But we gave him up as well, and in return, we got Curtis Taylor, who looks an absolute star. Again, he's Canadian. We won't hold that against him. We're going to start him in AAA just basically because of, we would have had to put some other players through waivers, which I didn't really want to do. And he was in AA last year, so he doesn't mind to be down there. So we've got him, who looks an absolute star. And not just him, we also got Taylor Wells. Look at this guy. Again, we plucked him out of AA baseball, and he's an absolute star. I mean, hopefully our head scout is a better judge than the OSA ratings are, but second base, shortstop, this is why Crawford is down in AAA, and this is why D. Gordon is on waivers, because he is, I think, an absolute star. He's the leader in the clubhouse as well, which is absolutely amazing. If he can make the step up to Major League Baseball, what a player he could be. And we're not done yet. There's one more trade. We gave up to the White Sox Yarnell Rodriguez, a decent right field prospect. I mean, there's no getting around that. OSA says he could become quite good. But we do have decent outfield depth already. So we gave him up, and in return, we got Tamora Mori, a catcher, a potentially 4.5, 5-star catcher. He's just joined Major League Baseball, so he may take a little bit of time to settle in, but defensively he's good. At the plate he's good. OSA ratings and our head scout are roughly similar, which is amazing. I think we've signed an absolute star of the league here, to be honest. So really, really just thrilled with what we've done there in the offseason. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But I think now, if you look at our team, if you look at this, and also team chemistry, look at this. This is green. This is happy days. We've got a number of leaders. We've got a spark plug. Justus Sheffield's a little bit selfish, but we'll be able to deal with that. So let's have a look at sort of the team that we have now. If we look at pitching, a quick run through. This is the team to start. Justus Sheffield is going to be number one in the rotation. And according to our scout, he is an absolute star. So he's going to get the start today, opening day. We also have Jonathan Lasinga, who we signed from the Yankees. I think we traded for him last episode, didn't we? So he looks like he's quite good. Movement could be an issue there. We have Leaky Fawcett, UC Kikuchi. Hopefully, second season in Major League Baseball, we'll see the best of him. So he's going to be number 3 in the rotation. Justin Dunn. Still developing, not quite as good as Justus Sheffield, but again, a youngster that's come through our system, and let's hope he has a big year. And 5th in the rotation is Marco Gonzalez. His movement has really, really died off after the injury. Now, OSA ratings make it a little bit better. I'm going to see how he goes to start. He's only on £1 million, so dollars, sorry, still in football manager mode. He did quite well for us last year before he got that serious shoulder injury, I think it was, wasn't it? So that may have affected his movement. But he's in the rotation, but I'm just a little bit worried. I'm hoping in this case OSA is going to be a little bit closer to the truth, but we'll wait and see on that one. The bullpen, the closer is to start with is going to be Brandon Bennett. Now, obviously, you've seen with some of the trades we've made, we do have options to move things around in the bullpen, but he did the job for us towards the end of last year and did okay. If we actually change position to a closer, does that change anything? Not really, but we'll keep him as a reliever then. I'm not completely sold on him as a closer, to be honest. He's got the job to start with. Tyler B. Johnson. I thought about using him as a closer, but again, the movement and control was just a little bit of an issue, but maybe he's a better closer. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. A strikeout pitcher is maybe a better option as closer, but we'll see how that goes. Sam Tui Vuan Valalala. He is going to be one of the setup guys for us as well. Hunter Strickland stays in the bullpen. He's one of the guys that we would have had to put him through arbitration, so I decided not to do waivers. I saw arbitration over here. So that's why he gets the start to see how he goes. Wyatt Mills, someone that played AA baseball for us last year. We called him up right at the end of the year with the expanded roster. Did quite well, and he's developing really well. So we're going to stick him in the bullpen. Look at that. Oh, yeah, go on. So he's going to start the season in the bullpen. Sean Armstrong's going to start the bullpen as well. He was there for us last year, did a decent job, so he gets to keep his spot. And one of the guys we traded for, I think we traded for this guy, Ryan Buruki, was at Toronto last year. Didn't do great, but we're going to see how he goes. There's a long reliever, emergency starter out of the bullpen. He's going to start with that role. Now, if we get to the actual lineup itself, we already saw Tamori as the catcher. Omar Navarez, an all-star last year, not forget. not only is he second choice he might even, when the leader comes back, Castro comes back, or we also have Tyler Flowers, of course. He might even find himself in AAA baseball this year, which seems harsh, but yeah, that's just where we're at. First base options, we have, of course, Ryan Healy, who's not really had a great offseason. He hasn't really come back in good shape, but he's going to start there for us. Oh, that was Ryan Healy. Vogelbach, who we've already seen last year, a really good designated hitter, can play first base for us. But yeah, we'll kind of see how that goes. Taylor Wells is going to get the start of the season for us at second base, and hopefully he plays up to potential. Kyle Sager managed to stick it out. He's on $19 million a year, but he's here to start the season at third base for us. Freddie Galvis is going to be our shortstop to start. Not the best hitter, but as we know, a defensive gem and good in the clubhouse as well. The sort of utility infielder is going to be Richard Urena. We would have had to put him on waivers had we not started him in the team. So OSA says a little bit better than our head scout does. We'll see how he goes to start with. But yeah, we'll just see how that one plays out. Brian Reynolds, who we picked up in the Rule 5 draft, absolute star. Hopefully he's going to be for us. So he's going to get the start at left field for us this season. Malik Smith is going to get the start at center field. If he stays fit this year, he batted .362 last year when he was fit. So if he hopefully can stay fit and we have a similar sort of season out of him. Carlos Tucci is going to be the utility outfielder. He's a defensive gem anywhere. I think he can hit a little bit for us as well. So yeah, a really, really good, useful player. And Mitch Haniger, who was, of course, our player of the season last year, he gets to start in right field. It was just really solid for us last year. So there we go. That is the way that the Seattle Mariners are starting the 2020 season. Let me know what you think in the comments. Can we get 500? I am full of confidence we can. I want to show you the off season. That was it called, the spring training. All right, just had to remember where to find it there. And how did we do? We did okay. We were literally on the money 500, which is good. If we can do that in regular season, that will be fantastic for us. And if we look at the spring training predictions here, I don't really understand exactly what these mean in all honesty, but we're predicted at 475. Now, the ambition of the owner this year, if we just quickly go and have a look at front office, is to, no, owner, isn't it? We want to get close to 500. Play close to 500 ball. We've already acquired a team leader, so that's fantastic. And you can see we want to increase the attendance as well. If we can play as I'm hoping we will play this year, then that shouldn't be a problem. All right, I'm full of confidence. Let's go shatter that now. Let's go take the field against the Indians. Now, the Indians, I'm pretty sure, made the playoffs last year. I think they got beaten in the second round, the NLDS. Yeah, I think they got beaten by the Astros. But this is how we're lining up. We actually have a few matchups here as well. Malik Smith leads off in center field. Kyle Sager bats second at third. Mitch Haniger bats third at right field. Vogelbach cleans up as a designated hitter. Brian Reynolds bats 5 for his major league debut. Maury bats 6 in his major league debut. Wells bats 7 in his major league debut. Healy bats 8. Freddie Galvis bats 9. Justus Sheffield takes the mound. And we're up against, for them, Corey Kluber, which you may not be able to see behind my head here. But he looks an absolute star. This is the sort of picture I wish we had as a number one starter, to be honest. But we don't. Let's see how we do. And it's opening day, and welcome, and let's hope that our hope lasts a little bit longer here. Sheffield is on the mound. He has a full count. The roof is closed due to cold weather. I don't know if that will help or hinder us, to be honest. That looks as though it's going to be caught out there by Malik Smith. It's a decent grab in the end. And we start the season with a fly out. Long may that continue. All right, Sheffield, let's get to work this season now. Yeah, like I say, I'm really, really positive. I think a lot of our season will depend on how well the guys that haven't played Major League Baseball before make the step up. That's just kind of how it is. I do still have a small question mark about our starting pitching. If Sheffield can have play up to potential, then that'll be fine. And it'll just kind of then become a case of how the other guys do. Smith starts off with a strikeout. Not ideal. Seager now to the plate. 3-1's the count on him. He's got a piece of that, but it's going to be caught out there in right field. You look at the team, I don't think there's any doubt that we've strengthened. I feel like Haniger might be about to strike out here. No, he's got a piece of it, and he's got it through. It's a 2-out single, and it's the first hit of the season. And suitably, it is last year's Mariner of the Year, Mitch Haniger, that gets on base. It brings up Vogelbach. Now, what can he do? Vogelbach, he's got a decent piece. Has he sent it? Has he sent it? He has! Only just inches in it. It has crept over the wall, and the Seattle Mariners lead 2-0 in the bottom of the first. And it's Mitch Haniger that sends us into the lead. Excellent stuff. It brings up Bryan Reynolds now, his first at-bat as a Mariner, as a Major League Baseballer, and he strikes out. But there we go. That's okay. We are 2-0 up at the end of the first, and it's Justus Sheffield to go back to work here. Go on, Justus. That should be an easy out. Over to Healy, please. And there we go. 1 away. It is Scooter Gannett that comes into the plate. Straight out. Well done, Justus. Another strikeout for our youngster. Oh, first strikeout, sorry, of the season for the youngster. All right. He faces Nelson Cruz. Nelson Cruz has absolutely crushed it, and I think it's going to be 2-1. Yes, it is. Oh, Justus. It's last season all over again, isn't it? We get a lead, and then we quickly get ourselves pegged back. All right, let's just end this here, please. There we go. All right, a good recovery. Nice comeback. And we still lead 2-1 as we go into the bottom of the second. It is now a first Major League at-bat, first Mariner at-bat for Maury, and he, like Reynolds before him, strikes out. All right, it's Tyler Wells now. Again, a first Major League at-bat. And he gets a decent piece of it, but straight to first base, and that'll be 2 away. And that'll bring up Ryan Healy, who is just about hanging on to his spot in the Major League team right now. We do have Morrison. And we also have Evan White, I think, like an actual real youngster that's in AA right now. He played in spring training and didn't do too badly. So Ryan Healy is really sort of on the chopping block right now. Good catch there by Galvis. And that is the first out of the top of the third. Bradley Zimmer now up to the plate. Sits straight back down. Justus Sheffield with another strikeout. Is this top of the order for them? It is. It's 2-2 the count. He's hit that. It's straight to third base. Seager over to Healy, and that will end the third. I tell you what, just the one hit for them, and this is looking okay. Freddie Galvis now to the plate. What can he do? First at bat as a Mariner. He gets a decent hit of it. Is he going to beat the throw? No, he's not, and that is 1 away. Back to the top of the order. Malik Smith. Struck out first time up, of course. What can he do second time? It's a little bunty, swingy thing, and that will be 2 away. I wonder if that was he meant to bunt that. And it's Kyle Seager to the plate. 2 out, mate. See what you've got for us. Oh, Seager has absolutely crushed it. And it's 3-1. Kyle Seager, no longer the Seattle disgrace, makes it 3-1. We're going to win the World Series, boys. Look at us go. Look at us go. Go on, Kyle. It's 3-1. And I tell you what, optimism is continuing to rise here. Mitch Haniger to the plate. Haniger gets a piece of it. I don't think it's going to fall in. No, it's not. And that will be the end of the innings. But another run tacked on. And we're going at running innings here. This is sensational stuff. All right, Sheffield back to work. Come on, mate. There we go. There we go. 4th strikeout for him now. Now, can he get through an innings where we've scored a run without giving one up? That's going to get straight back up the middle. That's going to be a 1-out single. That'll be fine as long as you don't give up a home run now. Jose Ramirez to the plate. Come on, Sheffield. Gets the strikeout. All right. Of course, a mistake now and a home run ties it up, doesn't it? Scooter Gannett up to bat. He grounds it to Tyler Walls at second base, and he gets himself an out. And there we go. We're through the top of the 4th, and we're winning 3-1. Vogelbach, home run hero last time up. What can he do this time? I tell you what, he's hit that well as well, but it's going to be caught out there in center field. Unlucky. It brings up Bryan Reynolds. Struck out first time up. What can he do this time? He grounds it down the third baseman, and that will be 2 away. It's going to bring up Tyler Walls. No, it's Omar Narvaez has come in. Why has he come in for Maury? Maury must have got injured. Well, that wasn't a very good debut for him, was it? Narvaez comes in, and he has grounded out as well. I've completely missed that. I really hope Maury hasn't seriously... That would be just my luck. You sign a 5-star catcher, and he goes and injures himself. He's probably dislocated his kneecap or something. Sheffield, that's been popped up, and we should start the top of the 5th here with an out, and we do. Well done, Reynolds, at making the play out there. Pitch count looks okay, 61 pitches. He's not got the best stamina in the world. That has been hit out there. Can Reynolds make a play? No, he can't. It should just be the one, though. Yes, it is. So a 1-out single. Kevin Plotke comes up to bat. That might be a double play. No, we just get the one. Runner goes to second, but with 2 away, you'd like to think we can get Bradley Zimmer at the plate and call it an innings. No, he's hit him. I've seen this show before. Come on, Sheffield. Get out of this for me, mate. Come on. There we go. All right. A new season and a new look, Mariners, and we find ourselves through 5, winning 3-1, and Tyler Wall's up to bat. Come on, mate. Get yourself a first Major League hit. He has popped it up. No, we'll be waiting on that one for just a little bit longer. I'm really, really concerned about Maury. I didn't see what happened. I'm assuming he got injured. If Severus has pulled him out of the game for Navarez, then we are going to have a problem. But I'm sure he hasn't done that. Galvis. Come on, mate. 2 away. Stands there and watches strike 3 go past. And we're through 5. And we're still winning 3-1. And it's still Justus Sheffield on the mound. Come on, mate. Another strikeout. That's 7 now, I think, for the game. It is 7 for the game. Lindor is an absolute star. And he's walked him. That's okay as long as we don't give up any mistakes here. It's Ramirez to the plate. Ramirez, that could be a double play. It should be a double play. Tyler Walls turns it beautifully, and we get out of the top of the 6th, still having only given up 3 hits and 1 run. Malik Smith to the plate to lead us off again. What can he do this time? He strikes out. A slow start to the season for Malik. Sager, who sent one into the right field stands last time up. What can he do this time? He has hit that relatively well again, but again, it's not going to quite fall in there, and it's going to be 2 away. It's going to be Mitch Haniger to the plate. What can he do at 3-1? It's going to be a hitting count, but he takes the walk. Haniger on first, Vogelbach to the plate. What happened last time we had this scenario? Vogelbach sent it. He's hit it really well again. It's not going to leave the ballpark, but I don't know if Haniger's quick enough to score from first. Is he? He might be, you know. Is he going to come home? He is. It's an RBI double for Vogelbach. 3 RBIs for him already this season. And it's 4-1 to the Mariners with Brian Reynolds to the plate. Reynolds, oh, he just can't quite make that step up from AAA just yet, can he? It's a big step up, to be fair to him. But we'll give him some time. And that is 4-1 as we move into the 7th. We've made a change. It's Sam Tuivalalala up against Scooter Garnett. Now, we've seen our bullpen throwaway leads last season. This will be a real test, isn't it? If it's actually a new look Mariners or if it's just the same old Mariners with a lick of makeup on. All right, come on, Sammy boy. There's 1 away. That is well hit, and that will be a 1-out single. Come on. Come on, come on. All right, Sammy, come on. Oh. It's a wild pitch. It's 1 out. The runner goes to first. I'm pretty sure we've seen this movie before. Come on, Sam. That should be 2 away. No, it's not. I'm scared. Tying run comes to the plate. Sammy, something, a double play, I beg of you. He strikes him out. All right, that's huge. That gives us a way out of the innings now. It's Bradley Zimmer to the plate. Sam, I beg of you, mate. I beg of you. Strikes him out. All right, we're just building tension. Oh, we're the show-off Mariners. We stretch with a 4-1 lead. We've actually been out hitting the game. It doesn't feel like that, though, does it? Omar Navarez steps in up against Kluber. Navarez. That's that going to drop in? I think it is. Omar Navarez gets himself on base. He's going to fight for that starting spot, isn't he? Tyler Walls, to the plate. Can he get himself a first major league hit? No, he can hit into a double play. You're going to fit right in here, son. That cleans the bases. It's 2 away. And it's going to bring up Ryan Healy to the plate. 1 and 2. Healy loves a strikeout. When I was sort of looking back through last season, Ryan Healy had 159 hits, 159 strikeouts. I'm not sure I like that ratio, to be honest. All right, Sam Tuivalalala comes back onto the mound. Begins the top of the 8th with a strikeout. 99 mile an hour that was. Andrew McCutcheon. I recognize that name. Was he at the Brewers for a while, I wonder, when they had their good season? Was it 2 years ago? Doesn't matter. Sammy strikes him out. That's 2 away. Francis Lindor to the plate. And that should be Galvis, please. There it is. That is the end of the top of the 8th. And we still find ourselves with the lead we've held all game. It's Galvis to lead us off. Kluber is still going. He strikes out Galvis to get us underway. It's going to bring up Malik Smith, and there is now a pitching change. Malik Smith, though, is 0 for 3 so far today. This is not the Malik Smith we knew and loved last season. Can he take advantage of the new pitcher, though? He has got a decent piece. No, it's a regulation fly ball in the end. It just sort of kept floating, didn't it? And that will be 2 away and end a bad day at the plate for Malik Smith. Kyle Sager, already with 1 home run to his name. He's got a piece of that, but ground out to second base. And that will end at the bottom of the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th with a lead. It's Brandon Brennan. That is really tough to say, that comes in to try and close things out for us here. Come on, Brendan. Come on. Oh, that's going to be a leadoff single. That's not what we want. Bad Brennan. It's Scooter Gennett to the plate. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Runners at first and second, none out, tying run to the plate. We really miss Will Smith, don't we? We don't. Come on, Brennan. That is going to be caught, is it? Yes. And can we get him out the plate? No, we cannot. 1 run back. And the problem with that is that it is, well, it's still tying run at the plate, isn't it? It's Jake Bowers. We need... Oh. Is that going to be caught? I think it is. Please, I beg of you. It is caught out there by Henniger. And that is 2 away. Brennan. Please, mate. Please. Come on. Come on. Strikes him out and the Mariners win on opening day. 4-2. We've beaten the Indians. So there we go. Seattle Mariners sit joint top the division. Now, is it too early to talk perfect season yet? I'm not sure. I'll leave that hanging there. But other than Brennan as closer, that looked... We didn't hit fantastically, but we certainly made the... What we did do is what we weren't doing last year, where we actually put the ball over the fence and we scored runs instead of just leaving runners on base. So I think there's some really, really positive signs there. Yeah, as I say, I'm just not so sure about Brennan as closer, but we'll give him a couple of games and see how he goes. But there we go, guys. That is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you think of the new look team. I just know what I wanted to check actually was Maury. Was he injured? No, we just took him out of the game. Why would we do that? That doesn't really make sense. I'll see exactly what happened when I go back and edit, but I'm not loving that move, to be honest. I brought him in for a reason. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed this, make sure you hit thumbs up. We'll be back next time. We don't want to come back and watch them again. I think what we'll do, we'll come back the end of the month, get our sort of teeth into the season. We'll come back for the game at the Chicago White Sox, and hopefully we'll still be sitting with a perfect record. Until next time, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you Monday. Take care.